Hello, lovely, lovely Libras. I hope you are ready for this one. I surrendered. I said, universe, uniform, maybe something about uniforms. Universe, just let it flow. What do you want to communicate to Libra for next Monday? And oh my goodness, oh my goodness, maybe I opened up the energy a bit too much because this is big, Libra. This is big. I don't know where all of you are on this journey. Some of you may be just starting out, some of you may be over here completing, but this is big. This is like life-changing big. This is like connecting with the universe, spiritual awakening big. Libra energy has been very stuck for a long time, basically as long as I've been doing readings. So roughly COVID time, Libra has been like, Libra, sit there, look pretty, wait. You're in position, just wait. And it's been so frustrating. It's been so frustrating. But what's been happening while you've been in that waiting energy, that holding pattern energy, you've been alchemizing, you've been going over things from the past, you've been doing shadow work, you've been trying to improve as a person, improving your body, improving your soul, improving your mind. And oh my goodness, for some of you, it is paying off big time. So just to quickly explain what I've done here, I'm using 9 decks, 8 of which I've shuffled, allowed the cards to come out, I've put them all together, reshuffled, and as the cards come out, this is the order that they came out in. So this is the story, kind of moving from like this point forwards in time. So where you are, I'm not quite sure, but for those of you that have been in this waiting mode, alchemizing, you have been majorly transforming, and it's transforming from within. So I am not joking, I am not setting anything up here. This is literally how the cards came out, and it's crazy. So here, just to the left of the screen, the underlying of the deck that's just here is regeneration. Okay, regeneration, transformation. So we're talking butterfly in the chrysalis energy. So regeneration, you cannot make this up. Here, underneath that as well, which I didn't see before, here and now. You sat there, you're waiting, you're alchemizing, transforming, you're in the chrysalis, Libra. Regeneration, transformation, pressure, and can you see that it says, okay, I'm gonna have to start to make sure you can see, transformation. So you've got 3 cards in a row about regeneration and transformation, and it's forming under pressure. Now for some of you it's the pressure of waiting for something, for some of you it's literal pressure like the pressure of work, for some of you maybe it's like intuitive pressure, collective pressure, but you are, oh my goodness, talk about diamond heart, diamond mind. I always say this is my metaphor for Libra, diamond heart, diamond mind, like really tough. You know, if you think about a diamond, it's tough, it's hard, it's solid, it's strong stuff. Libra, you're made out of strong stuff. What's that? Should be made of sterner stuff. What is that? It's a quote. It's Shakespeare. Should be made of sterner stuff. Is it Hamlet? Don't know, I'm gonna have to make a note and look it up. Should be made of sterner stuff. What is it? I'm just gonna write sterner stuff. Sterner stuff. And look it up afterwards. So Libra, you're made of stern stuff. You intuitively know that something's coming in. You can feel it, it's big, you know it's on the way. You can't see it in the reality, you can't see it in the 3D, it's not showing up for you, and it's driving you crazy because you intuitively know it, but there's no evidence for it. So you may be even questioning yourself, but there's a lot of stuff here about trusting your intuition. Like your intuition is on point, but the silence, the lack of information, the information that isn't truthful is really, you see beyond it. Whatever's going on in your 3D environment, in your tangible reality, what you're reading in the news, information that people are giving to you, you're in that judgment Judy mood of like, something's not right. You know, trust that niggle, trust that intuition. A crow is actually flying past as I'm talking about these crows or ravens. There's something more to it. Trust the niggle, Libra. You kick off your reading with the Divine Feminine card. The song that you got was The Impression That I Get by the Mighty Boss Tones, which is that never had to knock on wood, but I know someone who has. Makes me wonder if I could. So the impression that I get. So for some of you, it's like you're in this divine feminine mode, but maybe you're new to it, right? Maybe you're just starting to come into terms with your inner feminine, your inner goddess. And again, he, she, they, it's not about gender in this reading, it's about energy. So please do take it as it resonates, and don't worry about if I'm saying she, her, feminine. You know, if you identify as male, it's you as well. Really stepping into a very powerful, intuitive phase of your life. Very, very strong. Some of you have been working on literally your body, your health, watching what you eat, maybe changing your diet. You know, it's transforming your body as well. It's like maybe you've got more energy than you have before. I haven't. The intuitive stuff makes me exhausted, but we're forging ahead anyway. And this is the thing, the universe is watching you. I feel like here I've wrote pushing through. So sterner stuff, pushing through. They say something in that song, I just haven't been tested, a strength that most don't possess. So I think Libra, it's like persistence energy. You've got a strength, a perseverance strength that other people don't possess. So you've persevered with something, and it's really kind of like alchemized and formed that diamond heart, diamond mind of yours, diamond soul, into something really, really very strong and very special. Like diamonds are forged under pressure. So the universe has been watching you. If you look at this Gentle Gardener card, I feel like it could be the universe, it could be God, it could be ancestors, but there's this higher energy that's been watching you and watching you transform. Now, for some of you, you are already stepping into this matriarchal energy. For some of you, it's somebody around you, perhaps a grandmother figure, but it's a female higher energy. Some of you have already achieved divine feminine, and you're going into almost this Avery matriarch energy, and also here Anna, grandmother of Jesus energy. So again, all religions are welcome here. If you don't want to take it as gospel, take it as metaphorical, okay, and just leave it for people to take however they want to take it, okay. All I'm saying is, if we take religion out of it, is this kind of grandmother, like divine feminine, ancestral, matriarch presence coming into your reading. And it's loving, it's gorgeous, it's protective, it's intuitive, it's guiding. It's so good, and it's come through 3 times here. So a spirit guide perhaps. But yeah, this energy is protecting you, it's watching your transformation process, watching you crystallize and really come to terms with who you are as a person, and your authenticity. And it's making you so strong, because once you connect with your inner self and you do that shadow work and you really know who you are, everything gets much easier. And it does come to terms, like I'm middle age now, and I think it is something that really comes to you in middle age, where you kind of figure out who you are. Like, you know, when you're a teenager or in your young adulthood, it's a much more experimental phase of trying on different identities, trying on different masks. This is like this is you within. Now, for some of you, there is something about, I've got forged in fire here telling you this reading. So some of you may be going into a challenge. I've never had to knock on wood, but you know, it doesn't sound good. Some of you are going, the universe has been getting you ready to face something. It's like you're going to be tested, Libra, but I think you've got it. For the people who I'm reading for here, it's only going to make you stronger. It's like if trials, tribulations, bad things happen, you're gonna get stronger from it, and you know this, and this is why you can persevere. It's so strong, this energy, Libra. I can't explain it to you enough. And if I go back to your last reading, which was that challenging reading with like the Five of Pentacles energy, I'm picking that up here as well. This kind of shut out energy, this kind of, I don't have the information, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, I feel like I'm pushed out. All it's doing is making your intuition, oh god, they're telling me burn. It's making your intuition burn. It's like, if you will not give me that information in the 3D, then I will get my information from spirit guides and they'll tell me clearly. That's how it feels. It's just, it's so powerful. I can't get it across to you. Very like, I want to say like shaman, like high priestess, kind of Celtic, you know, like old earth magic. It feels like, you know, being able to see beyond the veil, being able to connect to animal spirits, being able to be part of nature. It's like it goes beyond, you know, it goes back, right back through your ancestral, like, because this is ancestry, right back through your ancestral tree to the roots of this tree that are like, you were some kind of like high priestess in a past life. I am telling you, Libra. I feel like there's something here where you're going to go into the limelight, or you're going to have a lot of eyes on you. You're going to step up somehow. Again, you may be taking on a certain role. There's going to be some kind of pressure with that. But I feel like because you're getting very strong, because you're really shining your authentic light, it's like it's going to attract attention in some way. Because you have this don't dim to fit in card. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I feel like a lot of you are very quirky. When you really get down to it, some of you are very, very quirky, very unique. You know, some people may find you a little bit strange, but the authenticity is what's important here. Because when you are authentic, when you're a little bit weird, you stand out, and you stand out in a good way, because it means you get attention. You know, you catch people's eyes. You know, you could have a million people who all look identical and who all behave identically. Maybe that's why I had the word uniform in the beginning. So it may be the way you dress, but it's more about it's really about your soul. It's something within you. It's like the light that you shine. So sorry, I'm getting the messages, so I'm trying to listen and explain it to you as well. They're showing me uniform, like literally like hundreds of people in uniform, like plain uniform. It's like you could be put in a uniform, school uniform, military uniform, whatever, and you could look the same as everybody else, but there's something about your energy that is like radiating. It's like getting attention. It's the way you talk, it's the way you move, it's the way you express your ideas. It comes from within. So you cannot be dulled, you cannot be put into a uniform, you cannot blend in. It's not your destiny to do that, Libra. So you're being picked out from the crowd, you're being noticed. Now it could be by a specific person, it could be a job being offered to you, it could be an opportunity coming up, it could be a love interest, it could be the universe has noticed you. It's like your energetic pattern, your light. Again, that they show me all the time for you. It's like a light shining through a diamond. It fractures the light and the rainbow colours come out. You know, True Colours by Cyndi Lauper is the song that I associate with it. So it's like you're there radiating this light, and the universe has seen it. It's like picked up on it. Again, this kind of like matriarchal mother figure, ancestor energy. So you're being chosen because on this card, this moderation card, I thought, what a strange card. What it just basically, it literally is, just be careful what you're eating, put healthy stuff in your body, eat plenty of fresh fruit and vegetables, get you 5 a day. And I was like, there's something else to this card. So I spent a bit of time looking at it. It's like she's got a little hobbit house in the background. Maybe purple candles could be helpful for you at this time. But if you look in her hand, it's like a golden apple. Now the golden apple to me immediately brings to mind the story of the golden apple from ancient Greece. Now I don't want to go into it too much, but Paris. So you may know Paris is the lover of Helen, Helen of Troy. She's not Helen of Troy. She's Helen of like Mykonos or somewhere. Helen of Mycena. I can't remember specifically where she's from, but she was the husband of a Greek king, and Paris stole her away to Troy. So relocation could be on the cards here. Maybe you're getting poached for a job, right? But the reason why Helen fell in love with Paris was because Paris was asked to judge a competition between three goddesses, Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena. And they all promised him different things: power, armies, wealth. And Aphrodite promised him the most beautiful woman on earth, who happened to be Helen, who happened to be married to a Greek king. So Paris chose love, and Aphrodite gave him Helen as a gift, you know, and it caused the Trojan War, which was kind of bad. But I do feel like, I think the message behind it, Libra, is I think you've stood out, you've been noticed, you're being given a gift, you're being chosen, the light shines on you. And I think people are going to get jealous, and there's going to be some confrontation, there's going to be some people acting in low vibration around you. And I think the message is just keep being you and rise above it. Especially don't dim your light to fit in. Don't feel like you have to take a step back. Don't feel like, oh my goodness, I have this attention on me now and I have to, I have to play it quiet for a while. You're not being told to do that. You're being told to be big. Your energy is big, so allow it to be big. Allow yourself to focus on the good. Again, like in that last reading, always look on the bright side of life. You know, that Knock on Wood song has a similar vibe to it. It's like, focus on the positive. This is what you've been training for, Libra. Where did that come from? This is what you've been training for, Libra. You're built for this. The universe has built you for this. You can do it, right? Ancestor, news coming in. When the news comes in, whatever this is, read between the lines. Don't take anything on face value. Trust your intuition, because your intuition is going to tell you something is off, and you're going to know that something's off. Trust that intuition. Now, you're going to hit a point where something triggers you. You've got this mirror card. Who or what is triggering you? I feel like someone is triggering you because you may have met people come into our lives for a reason. People talk about soulmates and twin flames. I don't know if it's that exactly. It could be for some of you, especially because you are shown as divine feminine. The divine masculine is going to trigger you. But it could just literally be people around you who the universe is bringing into your life temporarily to press your buttons, to get you going, to see if they can knock you off that pedestal, because this does talk about knocking people down from a pedestal. Now, it could be that you are triggering other people as well. You're reflecting things back to them that make them compare themselves to you, and they find themselves not worthy. We're not worthy, Libra. So it could be you doing this with others, or others doing this to you. There's something where you and somebody else, or you and other people, are reflecting back to each other your insecurities, your fears, the things that you feel you're not good enough about. It's interesting that the cards here, these are the only cards that have come out in the reverse. And if you look here, she's kind of there's a reflection of this woman in the water. So we're talking about the reverse now. So the Page of Air tells me, I'm connecting it to this news card and this intuition card here. The Page of Air in reverse is the Page of Swords in reverse. Now, the Page of Swords is about needing more information, collecting information. It's a bit of a recon card. It can talk about spying on social media, doing a bit of Googling, getting to the bottom of things, you know, gaining information. It's, you know, if you were a student, you'd be gaining information. In reverse, it's like you don't have the information. There's something you don't know, which again goes back to trust your intuition. Something you don't know, something that you can't get information on. And it's triggering for you, because I feel like you're out in the cold, because you've got this snow card here and silence. feel like you're out in the cold, can't get the information, you know there's more going on than meets the eye. It's very triggering for you. It's connected to this King of Earth in reverse. Now, this could be somebody reflecting this back at you. So the King of Earth, King of Pentacles, is typically somebody who's very good at their job, very, very skilled. You could have imposter syndrome. Hi, I'm a Libra. I have imposter syndrome. My Capricorn's in Lilith. It's great for me. You may have something where you feel like you don't have the skills for a job, or somebody tells you this. Don't fall for it. I want to say don't fall for it. If somebody tries to knock you down, if somebody tries to tell you you're not good enough for something, you're not skilled enough, you don't have enough money, it could be something about money, you know, or you're poor, you know, I don't know, something like that. It could just be that you meet somebody who is all these things to you, you know, somebody who is grounded and practical and stable and good at the job and some kind of CEO, and it's like, well, that's what I want to be, but I'm not that. Why am I not that? And it sends you into this spiral of kind of like self-criticism. Don't do that, Libra. Libra, like this energy, if they weren't in your reading, you'd be bloody well fine. So I don't know who this is that's triggering you, but it's a test. Stay calm, breathe through it. Okay, you're going to be fine. I feel like it is a lack of information. Now, it could be something at work where information is not coming forwards to you. You feel like you're out in the cold. You may feel like doors have been shut on you, just because this is what came out in your last reading, and you've got this snow card with silence here. You've also got this by the book card. So it could be that somebody's trying to do something very, very by the book. You don't think it works. For some of you, now this crystal card does talk about people who have a special ability with children, especially special needs children. You realize that the system, you know, the school system, society, the way everybody's expected to follow a certain uniform plan does not fit everybody. You know, not everybody is a square peg waiting to go into a square hole. So this, I think there's something for some of you where you are frustrated with some kind of system that keeps people in that, you know, in that box, and you are getting quite fired up with this King of Wands here, and you want to break those doors down. You want to change the shape of the hole. You want to make things more malleable so that you can open some kind of doorway for people who are more unique and authentic to follow. Because what's happening is society are dimming their light. People are dimming to fit in. People are pretending to be square pegs when they're not square pegs. They're star-shaped pegs, they're heart-shaped pegs, they're moon-shaped pegs, they're pig-shaped pegs. Pegs, you know, there's all these different shapes that you could be. Why would everybody want to be a fucking square? You know, you're so square. So you don't want to do things by the book. You're rebelling and you're strong. Okay, with great power comes great responsibility. So hold your horses, Libra, because I feel like you're going to have a moment where you're triggered and you want to tear the world apart. You know, you want to tear the edges off all of those boxes. Hold your breath, stay balanced, because here with this platinum card, it's talking about my chakras, your chakras, everybody's chakras coming into alignment here. You're going to take the higher path. You're going to take some deep breaths. Look here, you're going to do some yoga, you're going to do some meditation, you're going to get yourself balanced again, because you know that it's not the right time, because you know there's information that you don't have. There's something going on and it's triggering for you because you've got the silence and snow card here. Something going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors. You don't have all the information. You don't want to blow it, which reminds me of the Tell Me Anything reading that I've just done. You don't want to blow it. So play the High Priestess card, Libra. Keep your mouth shut a little bit longer. It's difficult, especially if you're like me and you call Karen. You know, you want to have a Karen moment, but don't do it. Play the High Priestess card. Take deep breaths. You know, take the higher ground. Be like this, like calm, soothing, you know, ancient, wise, Avebury matriarch presence, and keep using that intuition. You're very strong. You're very forceful with that King of Fire there. You know what you want. You know what you have to do, but you're going to do it in a way where you are still gathering information, because you still don't have all the information. You're using your intuition. You're being Judge Judy, right? You're making notes. You're saying A and B. That doesn't quite work out. So what's going on between A and B? Where's that missing piece? You're figuring it out. And I feel like you do have this grandmother-like spirit guide around you, whether this is literally Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, coming to help you, if you want to take that way. I had a little giggle there. It's just me being nervous talking about religion. If you don't believe in a particular religion, you know, some of you may want to take this as a ancestor, especially with this Avebury matriarch coming in. This literally talks about female ancestors. Yeah, there's some of you, you've got some kind of, all of you has some kind of spirit guide or higher energy that is, it could be somebody who's alive as well, you know, somebody who's a grandparent type person who's guiding you through. And I feel like you're actually almost learning to play this role yourself. So don't worry too much about age and things like that. It's like you're already divine feminine. You've already been forged into this diamond heart, right? This strong female energy, whether you're he, she, they. This, it's just one aspect of the two, right? The two sides. So yeah, really, really getting strong. And then it's like you go from being strong and yourself and unique into almost like a mothering, nurturing presence where, you know, perhaps you are going to be working with special needs children. Again, there's children on this card. This talks about children. You're going to be like this protective energy, but you need to keep you cool. You need to not get triggered. You need to know that the things that reflect back at us are just trying to make us do a little bit more shadow work, a little bit more investigation into the self of, okay, so why does that person make me feel like this? It's not about them, it's about you, right? Whoever it is, whatever they're doing, you know, they've got their own stuff to deal with. Why is their behavior triggering you, and what does that tell you about yourself? Okay, so you're going to be calm, you're going to be fine, you're going to be Judge Judy, you're going to be the High Priestess, you're going to be awesome, Libra. Of course you are, because you're Libras, you know. Of course you're awesome. Some of you may feel quite alone for a time, especially when you go into this don't dim to fit in. You may feel friends falling away, they don't understand. Some of these cards talk about raising your vibration, and when you raise your vibrations, sometimes the people that you've spent your life with so far no longer fit with you. It's like they're still dealing with their stuff. And sometimes you can't stay down there in the gunk with them. You have to kind of get up and go forward on your own and act as that guiding light for others to follow. And sometimes that means you may be alone for a little while, especially if people get a little bit bitchy about it, you know. Again, don't start defending yourself. Don't fall down to their level. Just noticing the gorgeous colours here on these cards. I think you're above that, you know. Just, it's like keep the vibration high, because it's a good example for others to follow, and eventually they're going to work through their stuff, because you're going to trigger them. They're going to work through their stuff and they're going to come through it, and they're going to start to follow you, and you can meet back up later. But you don't want to stay low, you don't want to stay stuck down in the bog if other people just aren't keeping up with your transformation progress. For some of you, this is about prosperity, it's about work. You are coming into a better financial situation. There's this thing here as well about discovering the depths within yourself. You've got the ever unfolding rose and hidden depths. So I feel like this is talking about almost peeling back the layers of your own soul and discovering more and more depth to your own character, more about who you are as a person. Some of you may actually be doing an ancestry thing where you're looking back at your ancestral timeline and maybe finding some interesting things out there as well. So if you've got to go outside there as well. It's funny because you've got this kind of like indoors outdoors thing going on, home and go outside. And also this moving on energy. So I do feel like some of you are moving home, moving workplace, just moving from situations where you feel like you've been very stuck for a long time into something that feels, going through this transformation, it's going to be a little bit chaotic. It is going to feel a little bit like forged in fire. People are going to get triggered around you. You're going to get triggered by other people. You're going ultimately to something better, and intuitively you know this, and you have this almost like spirit guide helping you. So literally both of these animals, the black cats and the ravens, both talk about not just communicating with animals, but almost also like animal instincts and like getting information from unusual sources. So maybe some of you are having dreams, you know, ancestors visiting you in dreams, spirit guides coming to talk to you in dreams, dreaming of certain people. Maybe your dreams are literally communicating with you, telling you more information about certain things. So yes, Libra, stay strong. You've got this. How long am I? Oh, we're at 30 minutes. Look how well I'm doing. Right, let's read some of these cards. Okay, I can go another 10 minutes. It's fine. So that's more or less your reading wrapping up there. If you want to just skip ahead to where I pull an oracle card for you at the end of the reading, you can do that. Others of you, if you're short on time and you want to close it there, then love you. Thank you for sticking around. Others of you, if you're just washing the pots and you want something to listen to, let's read a few of these cards. So transformation. A new you is emerging. Let it all go. Fear, pain, doubt, anger, sorrow, and guilt. Transformation tells us you no longer need these experiences. They are in the past. They have completed their task and have no place in your future. Interestingly enough, your whole reading, all these people are looking back at the past. So some of you have done the shadow work. You've looked at the past. You've released all the guilt, all the pain, all the rubbish that comes from things that happened in the past and didn't work out, and you're starting to turn to the future. Can you see how she's like transforming as she moves forward, and this person's body is like facing forward but turning back. So you are moving forward. By holding on to all these bad things, you only keep yourself trapped in old patterns that are no longer of use or necessary to you. A new you is emerging, maybe a quieter, more considered you, but certainly a more powerful you. Having lived through a great many things, now is the time for you to put that experience to good use. Follow your inner guidance and let your old habits and worries slip away. So some of you have given up on certain things like bad habits in terms of like food and diet. There will always be those who question what you do, but that is their journey. Again, if you're triggering people, that's their stuff. Leave them to it. You are on yours. Follow the steps laid out before you, trusting your own inner light as you move towards a fresh way of being you. The transformation can be on any level and it can affect any or every part of your life. Enjoy it and look out for signs and in particular symbols. Dragons love symbols. And as you are guided by the dragon of transformation to take your next steps, that's it. Just be guided to take the next steps. I read it wrong. Okay, divine feminine. Libras, I tell you what, you are bossing it. You're bossing it, but you're kind of doing too well, and the universe is struggling to catch up. I think that's what's happened. Like Libra, you went into lockdown, you did your shadow work. Like within the first month, you were like, I'm awesome now. What do I do? But like the universe was like, we're still in lockdown for like another year, Libra. You're just gonna have to sit there and wait while things get moving. So all the Libras have been sitting there going, well, now what do I do? Don't worry, things are going to get moving again. It's going to be fine. You're going to get to practice your new divine feminine skills. 2 of keys. There you go. You're going to have choices. It's time to stop playing small and claim your place within the circle of light. Divine feminine is the smallest dragon I have yet encountered. She appeared near the time of the summer solstice. It's for me summer solstice, and you've got the Avebury card there. And her counterpart is Herne, who symbolises the divine masculine. Well, I can't speak. She's here to connect you to your divine female energy. She told me, you possess everything, Libra. You possess everything you need for your existence on Earth. All you need to do is accept and understand it. When we begin to realise that we no longer have to look outside ourselves for answers, which is here, no longer looking outside yourself for answers and approval, or the need to, or feel the need for possessions, we can begin honouring ourselves as spiritual human beings. That's interesting because the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles, is one of the cards who's the most possessive, materially and in terms of like greed and envy. So if you've been enamoured with like material things, then this is saying no more, you know. When we begin to realize that we no longer have to look outside ourselves for answers and approval or the need for possessions. We can begin honoring ourselves as spiritual human beings. We are exactly who we need to be and where we need to be at this moment. Divine Feminine brings a sense of acceptance when we find ourselves at a crossroads and assures us that we have infinite resources to see us through. She often appears around the solstices or equinoxes, or at times we are coming to a completion of a cycle. She guides us to keep our faith and stay true to ourselves, following our inner guidance during transitional times. Inner guidance, right? Although Divine Feminine is the smallest of all the dragons, she carries an immense power. My God, do you carry an immense power, Libra? And I just saw an orb. Whether it was an orb or, what that means, I don't know, but I saw something. I saw something, Libra. This is her message to you. It matters not how small you may feel on the inside. In truth, you are more powerful than you could ever begin to imagine. This power is deep within you, and you know intuitively what is required of you. It's time to stop playing small and claim your place within the circle of light so that you can shine. Others are drawn to you, like the sunrise on summer solstice morning, so own it. It is yours. Own it without fear or ego, but with acceptance and grace. It's funny, you've got grace there as well. She allows us for the first time to acknowledge and touch a feeling of personal power, for she encourages deep trust in the divine, which settles itself comfortably in our being. Let's read Pressure. Gentle Gardener, basically, I think I've kind of covered what that one says, but let's read Pressure. Ten of Feathers. Ten of Feathers is like a completion of something that's fated, is the way I'd read that. I was trying to make my own deck. I kind of started doing it and then stopped because I've got a squirrel brain. But pressure. You can view pressure as being negative, or you can see it being a shaper, director, or positive influence. Find a happy medium when you can benefit and not be disadvantaged. So when the challenges come in, Libra, know that it's forging you. It's really putting the lessons that you've learned into practice. It's making you stronger. So if you see things as a challenge, as something that is there for your benefit rather than something that's happening to you, it's really, really going to help you, I think. Be like, I understand that the universe is bringing me this challenge because they know I can face it. It's making you strong. Crystal, I talked about how this is talking about how you see the potential in people, and you understand that, especially in terms of like children who have special needs. If you want to talk about indigo children, that's something you could perhaps Google. It's something I need to look more into. But children who have special needs, or people who perhaps don't fit in those boxes, you are particularly capable of working with them and seeing their potential and understanding where the opportunities are to make things better for those people, and how individuals can contribute to a better society through transformation and improvement, that out of the box thinking that comes in with people who are unique individuals. So embrace that. I think you do, and I think you're helping others to see the potential there. Don't dim to fit in. Very similar meaning. Perhaps you are on the autism scale. Perhaps you do have a special need that makes you particularly unique. Don't own it. I know that can be quite triggering for some people, because I think sometimes we are accustomed to thinking of disabilities. I don't even like the word disability sometimes, or differences. People that see differences as something that makes us unable to fit in that box. But then when you start to question it, it's like, well, why would I fit in that box when I could do something differently? I don't want to get too off track, but I was watching something today about a man who had it was a TED talk. It was a man who was I think he was a doctor, and he was missing an arm and two of his legs because he'd been hit by a electricity. As a teenager, he climbed on top of a tram and hit by electricity, and he was in quite bad shape, but he had kind of like prosthetic legs and things, and he'd actually trained to be a doctor so he could help other people. And I think he had a very unique insight into what it's like to face those kind of challenges. So even though he was challenged at one point in his life, it was also a gift that made him very unique and in a special, he was placed by the universe in a, if you want to look at it that way, in a unique position where he had a special talent at helping other people through similar experiences. So you had this in your last reading. Everything is how you look at it. It's all in how you view something, and that's the trick. Is the glass half full or is it half empty? Where are the silver linings? I think you have a special talent for finding the silver linings, Libra. Okay, Mirror. Let's read Mirror. Who or what is... Let's read both of these cards, actually. Don't dim to fit it. Nine of Flowers. Yeah, you're getting close to completing something in terms of relationships with other people. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Don't dim your light Libra, to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born, it's like you're keeping yourself small because you want to fit in with other people who are small, but you're not small, you're big and you're shining and you're vibrant. And keeping yourself small almost keeps them small because they've not got anything to aspire to. So be the guiding light, be the thing that breaks the mold, you know, and allow people to follow you in their own time, but don't dim to fit in, Libra. Don't keep yourself small just because other people are small. We are all born to shine big and bright. This is the thing, it's within everybody. Everybody has this spark within them that can be big and bright and beautiful, but society, the uniforms, the regulations, the by the book thinking keep people small, when people should be proud and loud and beautiful and vibrant and energetic, not small and trapped and trampled. So do it for other people, if not for yourself. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding and you are part of the universe. So expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, this triggering, if someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away. They are not for you and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. Flowers, you've got the Nine of Flowers. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. Just reminded what you had here. If others don't want to be around you or you make them feel uncomfortable, it's because you are shining a light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. This is the thing, you could be triggering other people. Shining a light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. By choosing to shine bright like a diamond, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too, or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essentially an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement that can create some waves, and that's completely normal. The relationships that are meant to last will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't, because they were likely born under the proviso of, I love you as long as you don't shine any brighter than me, and that's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they teach us can still live on. Okay. I'm telling you, Five of Sparks. That is, so fives are about changes. Sparks to me are about intuition, innovation, creative thinking, that kind of out of the box thinking, and this kind of King of Fire as well, is kind of like feeling like you've got a spark, so some kind of change. Who or what is triggering you? The filter of our own experience is how we've experienced life 90% of the time, through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what... I got distracted. Somebody may have something with their leg. Again, I was just talking about the man with the false leg. There may be somebody who has some kind of disability regarding one of their legs. Maybe a slight... just a slightly different shape, or you know, one leg is weaker than the other, or something like that. It came through in another reading that I did off camera, and it came through as it was actually a king of fire. It was the king of wands, and he was hiding one of his legs, hiding a disability. So that might be something for somebody. Just I've thrown that out there. Because that's the thing, it's the part of ourselves that we hide. Is the, if you want to talk about that as a metaphor, it's the part of ourselves that we hide because we think it's unlovable. For me, it's my acne. I don't like people to see my skin when I'm having an acne flare up. I find it disgusting when I see it myself in the mirror. It upsets me, it hurts. So I'm getting a bit braver about posting no makeup pictures and honest pictures on the internet, because I think the people who stick around are the people who match my vibrational level. The people who make fun of me or unfollow me for that, they loved a projection of me and not who I really am. So there's a message in that as well there, I think. Show people who you are and be authentic, and then people can love you for who you are. You know, those parts of yourself that you think are unlovable, let people have the opportunity to love them. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you, and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realise that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. That's not advice, that's a instinct that sometimes people have to knock people off the pedestal, so that, you know, again, there's this thing about people, you know, when someone's doing better than you, and when it triggers something inside you, especially where it's like, I want to be like them, but I'm not like them, they're making me aware of my insecurities, you could use it as an example to be like, I wish I was more like that person. What can I do to be more like that person? They have qualities that I admire that I feel I'm lacking. Maybe I can follow their lead. Or we can be like, that person's awesome, they make me feel insecure, I'm going to try and take them down a peg or two. So there's a high vibrational or a low vibrational way of dealing with these moments where we feel triggered. Support is always the best thing to do, because they're going to have insecurities too. They're just hiding them, right? The bad, those we despise, are envious of and put down. If we do not realise that they trigger something in us, then that is still to be healed, we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Platinum. What time am I on? Oh, we're getting... I've been talking for 20 minutes. What have we got here? Knight of Flowers. Oh, so I think somebody does have a bit of a love interest here. So I am the keeper of secrets. Again, there's secrets that are being kept here. It's frustrating you because intuitively you know there's more going on under the surface. I am the keeper of secrets which are as old as the universe itself. I am here to impart this ancient knowledge onto you, for yourself and for others. The wisdom has been hidden for eons and forgotten by many. Now is the time for these memories to resurface and for you to acquire ancient knowledge. Like many things, these secrets have been hidden in plain view. All you need to do is ask to be reconnected with them. So you're going to be a truly awesome spiritual warrior, it says, if you connect to your abilities. Again, opening up the chakras, opening up your intuition, being able to read between the lines and see beyond what is being presented on the surface there. You also have Knight of Clouds, confusion. Yeah, seeing through the confusion. And tens are about completion. So completion of working on some kind of inner spark, I think. I will guide you to discover the best way you can heal. This dragon comes in with the strength and power to delve deep into our ancestral past and bring healing. She usually follows the matriarchal line back through the passage of time. She says, the time has come to release the chains that bind the continued pain from your ancestors, which has been passed down from generation to generation. You do not need to own this, as it is not and never was your pain to bear. I will guide you to discover the best way you can heal and leave the pain of your ancestral past behind. So she carries, because she's connected to the Avebury Henge in England, it says she carries an incredibly ancient energy. So all this stuff about ancient energy, right? That of the old ways, the shamanic healing of the ancestors of England. Her wisdom is as ancient as the land itself. So I feel like this is an energy you're connecting with and you're also transforming into for others. Snow talks about silence. So just quickly, allow yourself to soften. Don't just speak for the sake of it. You do not need to issue an opinion on everything. Choose your words carefully. Sometimes observing is the best way to gain information and trust. Again, there's a lack of observation, a lack of knowledge here. So you need to observe and speak less, okay? You know, High Priestess, Moon card, keep it to yourself a little while, keep gaining information, Libra. Breathe card, what does this say? Patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, and trust. So yeah, be patient. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. Page of Flowers. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a romance brewing here, or at least someone affectionate coming towards you. It could be a friend, it doesn't have to be a love interest. By the book it says people are wearing masks, trying to put on a show as if everybody's a square peg in a square hole, when quite frankly nobody is. It's just sometimes some of the shapes fit that hole better than others. Nobody's a perfectly square peg, right? So breaking the mold. Intuition cats. Use and develop your intuition. Your gut feeling is correct. You are not your mind. Develop your magical skills further. Introduce more play into your life. Cat magic can be used in a variety of ways, including to increase happiness, curiosity, a sense of play and lightness, and somewhat paradoxically, when we may be wanting to connect with somebody who has passed. So some of you are connecting with an ancestor here. Cats are considered guides to the underworld and can help with mediumship. If you have a cat yourself, it's said that you have the blessing of any goddess who loves cats, and so this can only enhance your life. Maybe somebody has almond eyes. Right, okay, I think we're more or less done, and you've got this Anna, grandmother of Jesus, here as well. Sending the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to the laying of foundations of Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before, that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another may be to gather women in a circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of the plan. Let's get you an advice card, and then I need to drink some water because I've been talking a lot. Oh my god, crow. You've got the crow and the raven and the eagle. Spirit has your back. Absolutely. Does Spirit have your back? Yes, she does. And you're being told co-create with Spirit, which is the meaning of this card that I forgot to say. So co-create with Spirit. And let's see, 17 could be a significant number for you. Maybe something's going to happen on the 17th of the month. Excuse me. As you look around you, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? Have you witnessed how every thought can become a thing? How every intention can call the universe into action as the sacred laws shape what you experience? The universe works in perfect order. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with spirit, you will want to crow with delight, feeling the excitement and wonder of being in harmony with something much larger than yourself. Crow Spirit says that you are right on target now to see your dreams magically come to being in the visible world. The laws of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor now. Remember to be grateful and praise what is yours, even if it is still coalescing into form, still residing in the invisible realms of co-creation. No matter what areas of your life you're concerned with now, what you hope for is on the way, for spirit is your co-creation partner. So you're co-creating with spirit. So it's more important now than ever to have that glass half full attitude, Libra. So the Christ consciousness here, if you don't want to see it in a religious way, you can talk about it as collective consciousness, the energy of the whole planet and everything within it. We want to try and raise the vibration as much as possible and put kind of positive energy out into the world. So I feel like no matter how small you feel you are, how much of a piece of dust you feel like you are in the universe, when you get a lot of energy together, that energy stacks and it matters. So if people are looking out on the world, and again, this very much came through in your last reading, so if you haven't watched that one, go and check it out. It was the Always Look on the Bright Side of Life reading, which actually had there is a religious message coming through with some of your readings. I don't know if some of you do like to read the Bible, because you had Genesis and what was the other one? I'm not well up on my Bible. My grandmother actually gave me a Bible and I read a little bit of Genesis. What's the last one? Revelations, that's it. I did go. So those of you who want me to be more interested in the Bible and that area of religion, I did go and look up Revelations after that reading and read a little bit about it. I was a bit scared. But we're talking the beginning and the end, right? I've forgotten. My train of thought has completely gone off there. If you want to come take religious things out of this reading, you're absolutely welcome to do that. For those of you who are a little bit more going your own way, that's okay too. Let's all respect each other. I think though we can definitely say that there is some kind of spirit guide affecting this reading. So Libras, you spirit has absolutely got your back. So really focus on putting positive energy out into the world, you know, radiating that beautiful diamond heart outwards, and picking up the vibration, and seeing the good, seeing the silver linings, and always looking on the bright side of life, because it helps the people around us, it helps the energy of the planet, so we can all play our part in that. And then you know what, the universe is going to reward you. So think positive thoughts, keep that manifesting high. If you find yourself slipping into anxiety and negative thinking, just try and distract yourself from it. Put on a silly film or something that makes you laugh. The TV show New Girl is something that always picks my mood up, and certain songs are always really good for picking up my mood when my mood gets low. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity here. I'm talking about being very careful about manifesting through your own thought patterns. What we think about, we bring about. So co-create with spirit, look on the bright side of life. Libra, you are smashing it out of the park. You're having some of the best readings right now. I think like you, Gemini, Leo, Capricorn, Pisces, some signs are having like absolutely bossing it reading, and you're doing all this while you've been sat there like just working hard, being like, when is my life, like in Cinderella mode, right? When is my life going to change? You know, you've been doing it under pressure. You've been doing it like the universe has been like putting that pressure on you, like forging you in place, and it's, do you know what, it's paying off big time, because you're doing awesome. I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you go, and I hope you have a brilliant day. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon. And check out that description box, because I'm going to stick a load of songs down there for you. You can go and see if there's more messages in those. Bye bye, Libra. Hello, so thank you for watching my reading. I'd love it if you hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave me a comment if anything particularly resonated, share with friends or really helps out the channel. Stealth watchers are also very welcome here. If you're interested in any of the decks I used in today's reading, you can see all the box art here below. So The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, again by Colette Baron Reid. I've got Karen Kay's Oracle of the Fairies, Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards, the Divine Animals Oracle and the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, Wisdom of the Oracle again by Colette Baron Reid, Dragon's Path by Caroline Mitchell, and again Colette Baron Reid bringing it in with the fourth deck, and it's the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. So I buy all my decks from Amazon because it's easy and it's just like set up ready to go. So you can find them all there, and I'm sure they're available from other retailers as well. Not sponsored, not an ad, I just know sometimes people are curious about the decks I'm using. So do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.